If success were a simple equation, effort in, reward out, the hardest working people would be the richest among us. But they aren't. The single mother working 2 jobs, the construction worker in the cold at 6 a.m., the small business owner opening shop 7 days a week, the founder grinding 16-hour days, sleeping under their desk. They work hard, some for decades, and yet most don't break through. This isn't just bad luck or an occasional fluke. It's the systemic truth nobody wants to say out loud. Today we're going to explore why the world does not reward effort equally, or sometimes at all. We'll uncover what it really rewards, and why, if you want to succeed, you must stop seeing hard work as the solution and start seeing it as the starting line. For centuries, we've been told a simple story: work hard and you'll make it. It's baked into national identities. The American dream, the Protestant work ethic, the bootstraps mentality. Is comforting. It feels fair, but it's also dangerously incomplete. Studies show that about 65% of small businesses fail within 10 years, and over 90% of startups fail. Were these people lazy, unmotivated? Of course not. In fact, data from the US Census Bureau reveals that small business owners consistently work longer hours than salaried employees. Many report working 50 to 70 hours per week, and yet the median income for small business owners often hovers around $50,000 to $70,000 annually, barely more than the national median. Meanwhile, we hear about billion-dollar unicorn founders who seem to succeed by their early 30s. We think the difference is vision, grit, passion, but countless failed founders had those too. This is survivorship bias at work. We only see the winners. We rarely hear about the startup founders who slept in their cars for 2 years and still failed, or the relentless e-commerce seller who scaled to 7 figures, then got wiped out overnight by a Facebook ad policy change. Hard work is necessary, but it's not sufficient. Let's be clear. Effort is the price of entry, not the ticket to victory. To understand what really separates those who succeed from those who burn out, we need to break down 5 forces often invisible to the very people trapped by them. First, there's leverage. Not financial leverage alone, but the kind defined by Naval Ravikant, capital code, content, and people. Consider Jeff Bezos. He didn't just work harder than other booksellers. He built a system that multiplied his effort exponentially. Warehouses, data analytics, logistics software, and eventually an entire platform, AWS, that now powers millions of other businesses. Contrast that with the local bookstore owner, equally passionate, equally hardworking, but stuck in a model where more hours do not equal more income. Leverage creates asymmetry between effort and outcome. Second, there's timing. Most people enter industries when they're already mature or declining. Bezos didn't just choose e-commerce. He entered in 1994 when internet retail was microscopic. His timing wasn't just luck, it was calculated. But luck plays a role, more than we like to admit. Economist Robert H. Frank's research shows that even in skill-based fields, timing and randomness explain much of the variance in outcomes. Take Bill Gates. Brilliant, driven, but also born in 1955, giving him access to rare early computer time at Lakeside School and the University of Washington. Right place, right time, not just right skills.
Third, asymmetric bets. Most people hedge their entire careers on linear growth, but founders like Elon Musk or Reid Hoffman made decisions where the upside is 100x the downside. If I'm wrong, I lose a few years. If I'm right, I change an industry. Even successful employees do this by choosing fast-growing companies over established giants, not because of prestige, but because equity and trajectory multiply effort into wealth. Fourth, pattern recognition. This is where the myth of the visionary really starts. Sarah Blakely didn't invent shapewear, but she noticed a pattern. Traditional undergarments were designed for men's preferences, not women's comfort or fashion. Howard Schultz saw that Italians didn't just drink coffee, they treated cafes as social hubs. Starbucks wasn't a coffee brand, it was a third place between work and home. Pattern recognition isn't a gift, it's a cultivated habit. Finally, positioning. This is the least understood force and the most important. Positioning is about placing yourself where luck is statistically likely to find you. It's why top talent flocks to Silicon Valley, Hollywood, or Wall Street. Not because success is guaranteed there, but because luck density is higher. In chess, grandmasters don't calculate every possibility. They position their pieces where future opportunities are likely to arise. Most people don't fail because they lack skill. They fail because they never position themselves where luck can even show up. So why do so many smart, driven people stay stuck in the grind? Because the system rewards visible effort in the short term, even if it punishes it in the long run. Employees who say yes to every task get praised. Freelancers who fill every hour with billable work feel secure. Founders who double their hours look responsible. But activity does not equal progress. As Naval Ravikant warns, if you can be paid for your time, you can be replaced. Hard work without leverage becomes a treadmill. In fact, the Harvard Business Review published a study showing that over 78% of entrepreneurs work longer hours than their peers, but report lower mental health and higher stress levels. They run faster, but the wheel stays in place. If this is all true, why don't we talk about it more? Because it's uncomfortable. Admitting that luck, leverage, and timing matter more than sheer effort challenges deeply held beliefs about fairness and meritocracy. Even successful people resist this truth. As psychologist Daniel Kahneman noted, successful individuals are particularly prone to the illusion that they control events, when in fact they are often beneficiaries of chance. Telling people just work hard is easy. It's what schools teach. It's what managers preach. It's what society expects. Telling them you need leverage, timing, asymmetric bets, and a lucky break is far messier, but it's real. So what do you do? First, stop confusing movement with progress. Working 12-hour days, doing tasks that scale linearly will not change your outcome. Second, build leverage wherever you can, even if it starts small. A freelancer turning a template into a sellable asset. An employee creating a process that automates a recurring task. Third, place yourself in growth markets and high luck environments, even if you have to start at the bottom. Fourth, cultivate pattern recognition. Study case studies not for what worked, but for when and why it worked. And finally, acknowledge the role of luck, but don't resent it. You can't control luck, but you can control how many chances you give it to find you. Most people will spend their lives trying to outwork everyone else. A few will realize that outworking isn't enough. Outthinking, outleveraging, outpositioning, that's the real play. And for those who learn it early, success becomes not just possible, but probable. If you're ready to stop mistaking sweat for success, subscribe.